Thank you for joining me tonight for the first of my 8-part series. This is Beyond the Basics, Part 1, Essential Oils 101. My intent with this is to give you a little more background and science on what the essential oils are and how we get them, so you can understand the true positive and powerful benefits they have for our health and our wellness. Just to give you a little bit about myself, my name is Heather. I work as a physical therapist with a local hospital, and I have been using the essential oils for a year now. And honestly, they have been life-changing for myself and for my family, and so I'm very excited to be able to share this information with you. Anytime during the webinar, you are welcome to ask any questions you may have by typing them in the webinar control panel, and I will take some time at the end to be sure to cover as many of your questions as we can. And like I said, let's go ahead and get started. My intention for tonight is that you will be able to walk away feeling more aware of essential oils, what they are, how to use them, and why purity is so important, as well as the powerful healing they can offer you and your family. So what I will be sharing with you today is my opinion. It's based on research and experience that I've had, and while I feel you will find amazing answers for yourself, your family, and anyone you know in the next 45 minutes or so, I am in no way attempting to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. I will leave that up to you. Okay, so I think as many of you will agree, I was raised on modern medicine. My family and I, we really didn't know there was any other option. So it wasn't until I started having children of my own that I wanted to find something better. So I did some research, and I found that modern medicine isn't always the best option. And actually, for my family, it's rarely the best option, and here's why. So modern medicine is designed to manage symptoms. A lot of times you will see people who are on a completely random prescription just to manage a symptom that they may or may not even know the root cause of. The concern here is that our bodies are designed to give us warnings or symptoms when something is not going right. We can get a physical ailment from a physical problem, or also, very often, we get a physical ailment from an emotional problem. So if we silence that symptom, are we really addressing the root of the problem? And the answer is no. So this is why a lot of times you see people get on medication after medication, and they just get sicker and sicker as they silence those symptoms. This is because their body is continuing to send additional symptoms, letting them know there is still a problem. Also, modern medicine is made from isolated synthetic agents. One of the neatest things I have learned in my research is that 80% of pharmaceuticals are actually derived from plants. And you would think that would be great, right? Except that what happens is the pharmaceuticals try to replicate that plant synthetically in a laboratory. And because man's laboratory and nature's laboratory are just not the same, we get an incomplete copy, and this is where we start getting side effects and reactions, which brings us to our next concern. The side effects of drugs can be both known and unknown. So you have probably heard of one of those commercials for a drug that tells you all about the way it'll change your life, and then at the end it rambles off that nice long list of possible side effects. And some of them are scary. Some of them can be clots and stroke. It can be amnesia, depression, heart failure, birth defects, even death. So is this really the health care that we want? And what are our other options? Well, the other option is nature's medicine. Some people are going to call this alternative medicine, and while that works, I would invite you to take a moment to think of this. This really is original medicine. So long before laboratories came along, families relied solely on the earth to provide for their needs. Let's talk about some of the benefits of plant medicine. The beautiful thing about nature's medicine is that it is able to get to the root of the problem. So we aren't just masking symptoms. We are actually able to help heal ourselves. One of the tools we have utilized to turn around my family's health are essential oils. So I know many of you on here may have used essential oils in the past. If you're anything like me, you probably use them for cleaning or aromatherapy. You just didn't fully understand the benefits they could have for your health. So I know I have learned over the past year that essential oils are safe and they're a lot more affordable than going to the doctor and paying for prescriptions in most cases. So if you're looking at the next screen where it says what are essential oils, you'll see that essential oils are found in plants. And in the plant, they actually serve a lot of different functions. They're considered secondary metabolites, which means that they help with plant growth, they help with metabolism, they kind of function as an enzyme in the plant, they're important for the plant's immune system. And then for us, because the molecules are so small, we can actually benefit and get the same similar effects as the plant does by using them for our own health. So if you're looking at the picture, you'll see this nice pretty green leaf at the top. And then underneath, you see kind of the purple spikes and the little white globules on there. Those are actually the essential oil sacs that are found in the leaf of a peppermint plant. So in each human body, there's going to be a need for hormones, metabolism, enzymes, and a strong immune system. So we find that the benefits that the essential oils provide the plants can also be provided to us. And we kind of like to refer to it as smart medicine. Obviously, essential oils aren't living things, but the chemical structure of the essential oils are very friendly to us and our good bacteria, but tend to be hostile to bad bacteria and fungus, mold, viruses, things that can do harm to the plants and to our own bodies. So using the essential oils directly at the time of injury has benefits in the healing process, both with immune support at a cellular level and also with promoting healthy tissue repair. So I love this picture. I love how it shows that essential oils can not only be effective against the bacteria, but they're able to cross our cell membrane safely and be effective against a virus. So many of you have been sent home from the doctor and they're told it's a virus. You just have to go home and wait it out. The essential oils are actually capable of helping maintain a healthy immune system that is effective against both of these. So the next question is, where do essential oils come from? So knowing the place of harvest is beneficial to understand what part of the body the essential oil will help with. For example, if you're needing an oil for balance and stabilization, you might want to look into a root or a rhizome oil. Or if you're needing an oil to help just balance hormone function, you might want to look at the seed oil. Flower oils are light and delicate. These are great for clarity and focus. So when we learn the parts of plants used to harvest the oil, we can look at our own bodies and find connections to the area in which the oils will benefit. So as you can see, the essential oils are going to be extracted from many different parts of the plants, and each oil is going to have its unique chemical structure. And you can get essential oils from citrus, flowers, leaves, twigs, bark, resin, rhizomes, seeds, and each of these has their own unique benefits. Let's take a look at the citrus oils. So the citrus oils are not steam distilled like many of the oils. They're actually going to be cold pressed from the peel and the rinds of the citrus fruit. doTERRA carries essential oils from bergamot, grapefruit, lemon, lime, wild orange. The essential oils from citrus tend to have a very cleaning and refreshing property. They can be invigorating and uplifting as well as energizing to the mood. And they are great to use for natural cleaners because they have natural detoxifying properties. So bergamot, for example, is interesting to me because I learned that the actual fruit is not edible because it's actually too sour to eat. So it's usually just grown and cultivated for its essential use. So bergamot is very calming. It helps to support the urinary tract system. It's a great essential oil for the skin. So a real popular blend is bergamot and our Serenity Calming Blend, diluted with coconut oil, and applied to the skin. It helps promote healthy skin, and it's also very calming. I also usually tell people when they're using this oil, though, to use a little bit of caution, just because these citrus oils can cause you to be more photosensitive, meaning that if you put the citrus oils on your skin and go out into the sunlight, you can actually increase your risk of a burn. So I tell people either use these citrus oils at night when you're going to be out of the sun for 12 hours, or apply them to somewhere like the bottom of your feet where it's not going to be getting that direct sunlight. The essential oils of flowers. So we see a lot of these, as you can see in that list. The essential oils are obtained by steam distilling the flower parts at a specific pressure, temperature, and time for each plant. These essential oils tend to be very light and airy. delicate. They have many different properties, but they're good for energy and focus. They're very healing for the skin, and they promote positive moods of relaxation. I think most people are familiar with lavender. It's known for its calming properties. But it's also a really great one for the skin. So it's a good one to put on the skin to help promote tissue repair and to help manage scars and stretch marks and things like that. So next we have the essential oils from the leaves. So these essential oils are also steam distilled. You may see things like basil, eucalyptus, lemongrass, marjoram, melaleuca. All of these are leaves. And they also have very fresh and uplifting qualities. They assist with clarity, healing, and purification. Marjoram is it's a very unique oil. It can actually support many different body systems. So it can help support localized blood flow. It can help to ease muscle and joint aches and pains. It's supportive to the digestive system and the respiratory system. Next, we have the essential oils from twigs. These essential oils are also steam distilled, and you're going to see cypress, white fir, wintergreen. These oils have strengthening properties. They're supportive to localized blood flow, soothing to aching muscles and joints, and they also have energizing qualities. So white fir is a really nice one. It's also very calming, but it can be blended. You can use by itself or be blended with some of our other essential oils to help ease muscle and joint pain. And it's a great one to combine with lemon to make a natural cleaner for your home. So next we have the essential oils from bark and wood. These are going to be like cassia and cinnamon, sandalwood. These oils are often described as warm and exotic. They have warming and balancing properties, and you see a lot of these oils used to improve mental clarity during meditation. So they can also be used to build and maintain a healthy immune system. Sandalwood is a good one for that. It's very supportive to the immune system, and it's very healing for the skin. A lot of men particularly like the smell of sandalwood. So you can combine sandalwood with lavender or one of our other essential oils and make a really nice aftershave to soothe the skin after they shave their face. Next, we get essential oils from rhizomes and roots. So the two most popular ones are ginger and vetiver. These are steam distilled as well. They're known to be very earthy oils. They're known for their ability to center and ground and improve internal balance and stability and strength. These oils are believed to improve self-confidence as well as courage and emotional depth. Next we have the essential oils from resin, and these are going to be frankincense and myrrh. My picture apparently is blocking my words, and I didn't realize that. I apologize. But these are steam distilled, and it's going to be usually for long durations of time. So these oils are wonderful for supporting emotional health and well-being. They support cellular health. They build and maintain a healthy immune system and can reduce the appearance of scars and stretch marks. Myrrh has actually been used in biblical times by women to help reduce scars and stretch marks. So next we get the essential oils from seeds. Excuse me. These are usually coriander and fennel. These oils are known for their support of the digestive system and the lymphatic system. Fennel in particular is known for its ability to help ease menstrual cramps, as well as be very supportive to breastfeeding mothers. So now let's talk about how we go from the plant to the consumer. There are many different factors that contribute to obtaining a high-quality therapeutic-grade essential oil. So sourcing is one of them, where we get the plants from, as well as the extraction, how the oils are obtained from the plants. So we're going to look at each of these. You can see the picture here shows some of the places where doTERRA sources their crops, and I know it's small. I probably could have had a whole slide for this picture, but you'll see things like lavender coming from the north part of France. A lot of our citrus are going to come from the Mediterranean region. Frankincense is going to come from the Middle East region. Peppermint's going to come right here from Oregon and Washington. So these are just important things to kind of pay attention to. So a lot of people will ask me, are all essential oils the same? And the answer is no, they're not. The process of getting a pure essential oil is a long one, and it consists of a lot of different factors. They have to be grown where the plant is located indigenously. During the growing process, it is important that they aren't sprayed or treated with chemicals. And once they are ready to be harvested, they have to be cut at the precise time of day to ensure that all the constituents are present. Then they need to be processed in a manner that is best suited for that individual plant, which means that they're going to be, if they're steam distilled, it's going to be done at the right temperature, the right pressure, the right amount of time. Once the oil has been extracted from the plant, they need to be tested to ensure that there are no foreign contaminants and that they do, in fact, contain all the constituents that are necessary for us to be able to utilize them. Once they pass the test, then they need to be bottled with care, which means that there's no fillers added. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of companies that cut corners in one or more of these areas. This is going to give them a lower price point, but it's going to give the consumer an inferior product. So I don't know about you, but I'm sure you're the same. We want the best for our families. That's the reason when I started researching essential oils, I decided to go with doTERRA because I felt like they did an amazing job of making sure that what their product consisted of was safe and pure. Now, the next thing I get a lot of questions on is herbs versus oils. And I will admit that before I ever started essential oils, I actually started learning about herbs first. So I spent about 2 years studying herbs, learning how to do salves and tinctures, make different teas and poultices. And a lot of people wonder why they should go through the expense of purchasing oils when they can use the herbs. So one thing that I always tell them is that the oils are far more potent than the herbs. So when the oils are processed correctly, like we just talked about, it concentrates the benefits of the plant, so only a tiny bit of essential oil is needed when they're being used. If you have completely pure essential oils, they can be as much as 75 times more concentrated compared to the herbs. In addition, when I switch to the essential oils, I don't have to spend the countless hours making tinctures and teas and salves. I can just open the bottle of oil and I'm ready to go. So I'm not saying we don't use the herbs in my home. I still love the benefit of tea. I still love making salves and different things like that, but it's good to know that at 10 o'clock at night, when things typically happen where the children start feeling bad, I don't have to spend hours doing one of those. I am ready to go. Okay. Let's talk about the different grades of essential oils. So many companies produce or use essential oils, but not all the essential oil products are going to be equal. In fact, some could be very toxic and harmful to our bodies. There are different grades, and it's important to be aware of the distinctions. The lowest grade of essential oils are synthetic and are produced in labs that have copied the components of the oil. So these oils are very low quality. They're going to be used in lotions and perfumes. The next one, which is this green circle, are going to be the food-grade essential oils. So these are used to flavor food. So think about the lemon flavoring in a salad dressing or cinnamon flavoring in chewing gum. So the next grade, which is that purple circle, is intended for health benefit. These are considered therapeutic grade. So this grade has held the standard in the essential oil industry for the last 30 years. These are the oils that are found in health food stores and used in the health industry. They have served well, but now things are getting even better. So doTERRA has established a new standard in essential oils called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And doTERRA set the standard by demanding the highest quality in all aspects of growing, processing, and distributing essential oils. So doTERRA is committed to obtaining oils from the original source. They buy the oils from growers that they select, train, and monitor from all over the world. Remember that picture. So like I said, the lavender is going to come from France, frankincense from the Middle East. After the oils are obtained, they are processed in a manner best suited to that plant, and then they undergo third-party testing in 2 independent labs to certify that each batch of oil is pure. So I love that I know every time I get a bottle that there's going to be no synthetics, impurities, or chemicals, and that if that does not meet their standards, it doesn't make its way into the bottles and on your cabinet. So I trust them for my family. One thing I also like to point out is a lot of times the oils that you're getting in a health food store, even though they say therapeutic grade, in order to be labeled therapeutic grade, they only have to contain 1 to 3% of the actual essential oil. The rest can be fillers. This is why a lot of these, they won't recommend them for children, and they won't recommend them for internal use. So let's talk a little bit about the essential oil safety. So while essential oils are safe, there is some education that users should know. I always tell people you never want to put them directly in your eyes, ears, or nose. They can go around these places but never in. Also, if you're using a hot oil, such as oregano or cinnamon, you want to use a carrier oil to dilute it, not water. The water will push the oils in quicker and they'll intensify it. So a carrier oil could be olive oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, any of those. We like coconut oil in my house. There's a couple reasons for that. The coconut oil actually has its own therapeutic benefits. So it has thyroid support. It helps to boost metabolism. It supports the liver, helps to reduce inflammation in the GI system. And it's a good one for diabetics to use because it doesn't put any strain on the pancreas. So you can either get coconut oil in its solid form, or you can buy fractionated coconut oil, which means that it stays in a liquid form. It doesn't solidify. And they do this by removing some of the longer fatty acid chains. So the other thing that's nice about coconut oil is that it is easily absorbed, and it passes through our cell just like essential oils do, which means that it can kind of combine with the essential oils and increase the benefits and the way that that oil is spread to the different cells. So you see a couple symbols here. So doTERRA always puts for every oil the application methods, which is this box down here on the bottom. If you see an A, that means it can be used aromatically, T topically, and an I is internally. We're going to go over those in a minute. And then it will talk about skin sensitivity. So if it has an N, that means it can be used topically without dilution. If you see an S, you're going to want to dilute that oil for young or sensitive skin. And if you see a D or a red circle, that indicates it's a hot oil. You want to dilute that across the board for everybody. Now, I always tell people, when in doubt, dilute. So if you're not sure, it's always safer to dilute it. You're still going to get the therapeutic benefits, and you're not going to risk a skin sensitivity. So essential oils can be used typically 3 different ways. Aromatic is the first one. So think about putting them in a diffuser and kind of putting the oil out into the air. This can help promote positive moods. It helps to purify the air and support airways. And I love aromatic use because our sense of smell is 10,000 times more sensitive than our other senses. So because of this, it provides immediate communication with our brain, which is why it can affect our moods very quickly. The next one is topical, so think about massage. Now you want to use your carrier oil and you want to apply the essential oils to the skin. So this is a great way to use them. It's a great way to address more localized areas like joints and muscles. It also helps just with immune support, and there just really is an added healing power of touch with this. You know, especially with my kids. My kids love for me to rub them on their feet, on their back, so you get that combined effect of the healing power of touch as well as the supports from the essential oils. The next one is internal. So these are very specific to doTERRA oils. Because they are so pure, there are certain oils that doTERRA will recommend for internal use. You can either take them under the tongue in a gel capsule or in water. These are great to help support issues in the digestive system, the mouth, the throat, and the liver. So the next section is an interesting section that I just wanted to add. So I thought it was very interesting when they start talking about vibrational frequency of living things. So every living cell has a vibrational frequency, including essential oils. I know they're not living, but they come from the living plant. So our bodies operate on this principle of vibrational frequency. So in the world of natural healing, the bone structure is considered the tuning fork for the body and its organs. Similarly, each plant has a vibration, and this vibration varies depending on where the oil comes from in the plant. So when our body becomes weakened or sick, the frequency changes, and over long periods of time, this lower frequency can cause damage to the tissues and the overall health of the body. So when we study the plants and we learn their vibrational frequencies, we can start figuring out which oils might be best for different situations. So I love this, that put simply, your body and everything in the environment are made up of trillions of tiny molecules which are constantly cycling and moving and emitting a vibrational energy. So as this cycle of the energy vibrates more frequently, the frequency increases. So in the essential oils, the vibrational frequency are actually measured in megahertz, which means that they are actually cycling at a rate much faster than electricity. So I like this little thing at the bottom because it really shows you how it really comes from the fresh produce and herbs and essential oils to have that vibrational frequency. Our processed foods and canned foods and even our genetically modified foods don't have those vibrational levels that can promote good health. So in addition to that, our essential oils are considered volatile. So volatile means that they easily evaporate or they pass off readily in the form of a vapor into the air. So this is why you always want to make sure that you put the cap back on your bottle securely. You don't want all those precious oils evaporating into your air over time. And by understanding both the volatile nature and the natural frequency of an oil, it actually assists us in making choices of what oils to blend together and use depending on our body's needs. So we usually classify them into top notes, middle or heart notes, and base or bottom notes. So these are important to know when we're starting to blend. So the base notes are typically going to support your physical ailments. They tend to be heavy and slow vibrating. They tend to be stabilizing, grounding, and soothing, calming for children. You can kind of see a list: frankincense, myrrh, vetiver, clary sage, rose, ylang-ylang. So you do see some different parts of the plants in there based on what we talked about. You see roots, and you see resins and barks, and even a little bit of the flowers. So it just depends on the vibrational frequency and volatility of that oil. So the next are the heart or middle notes. So these are lower to moderate vibrational rates. These are great for emotional support. They're balancing on the body. They work well with our core and promote healthy mood management. And then we have our top notes. So these are the highest vibrational frequency. So these are the ones that you kind of think about encouraging spiritual growth, realization, for meditation, for energy. They're very uplifting, and those are a lot of our citrus as well as the basil and the fennel. So learning to blend the essential oils opens up a whole new level of using these products. So there are two ways to blend essential oils. You can layer them or you can true blend them. So layering is a style of blending that keeps each individual oil vibrating at its own rate while applying. So this is done by working the desired oil into the skin and waiting 20 to 30 seconds and then applying the second oil in the same manner. So our aroma touch technique, if you've ever heard of that, actually uses this principle. You are using a massage technique and you're using 8 oils in a very specific sequence, and you apply one at a time with time in between. And this is supposed to help to promote a healthier immune system and relaxation and just help return the body to a more balanced and healthy state. Then we have true blending. So when you are doing true blending, the oils are being combined to create a single vibrational rate, which is really creating a new oil. So if you're going to be blending oils, you really want to start with 3 and never probably blend over 5. And you want to make sure you have a well-balanced blend, which means you're going to be using oils from the top notes, middle notes, and the base notes in your blend. And you want to use a carrier oil with your blend, so about 28 drops of essential oil per half ounce of carrier oil that you choose. So as we've talked about, essential oils were mankind's first medicine. From the Egyptian hieroglyphics and Chinese manuscripts, we know that priests and physicians have been using essential oils for thousands of years. I always encourage people to do their own research. So doTERRA is very involved in research. They work with several different hospitals to continue the study of how the essential oils can be beneficial to health and wellness. If you want to really get into some of the science and biochemistry of the essential oils, Dr. Pappas is the world's leading expert in essential oil chemistry. He submits publications and articles to reputable scientific journals on a regular basis. Another place you can go is to PubMed or aromaticscience.com. You can find a lot of the research articles on those two websites, as well as aromaticscience.com has their own set of learning modules, which is a great way to really increase your education for essential oils. So if you're going to become the healer in your home, you of course want to have a guide. You want to have the Modern Essentials book. This talks about all the different essential oils, and it also has an ailment reference guide in the back to help you with protocols. So my goal for the next 8 weeks as we go through this series is to help you become the healer in your home and figure out the safe, affordable, fast, effective way to use essential oils. So people always ask me after we finish the webinars, how do you get the doTERRA products? What are your choices? What are the options? And I always tell people you can either be a retail customer or a wholesale member. Now the wholesale member really is the way to go, and here's why. So think of it as a Costco membership. You have an enrollment fee of $35. Once you enroll for the entire year, you get 25% off retail prices, as well as being able to have access to member-only promotions. You get to manage your orders online. And what's even better is that in order to maintain your membership, you only have to purchase one item the entire year. So you get the wholesale membership without any strings attached. Now, if you do find yourself in love with these oils like I do and ordering them on a regular basis, they have a frequent flyer type program. It's called Loyalty Rewards. And what this does is by doing one item a month, you can start to earn points back to use toward free products. So anything that you spend $50 and over is going to earn you points, as well as you get points for shipping on no matter what the size of the order. And each quarter, your percentage will go up. So you'll start at 10%, and then when you renew your membership, you're going to be getting 30% back in free products on top of your 25% discount. Now, doTERRA tries to make it super easy for everybody. So they actually designed some enrollment kits, and when you do the enrollment kits, there is no enrollment fee. So you just buy the kit. The oils that come in that kit are going to be discounted even lower than wholesale price. And this is a really, really great way to get started. So the most popular one is the doTERRA Home Essentials Kit. So it has 10 of our most popular oils as well as the diffuser. Then we also have the Family Physician Kit as well as the Cleanse and Restore Kit. There are some additional kits with even more oils. So if you're interested in those, definitely let me know, and I can get you that information. So of course, every month, doTERRA does special promotions. So in January, they've got their DDR Prime Soft Gels marked off. That is a great blend to promote healthy cellular response and reduce cellular stress. If you are already a member, they also have a product of the month. So every month, if you are on the Loyalty Rewards program and you do 125 PV by the 15th, you get a free bottle of oil. And this month, that oil is grapefruit. The other thing I wanted to tell everybody about is the New Year, New You promotion. So this is a great promotion. doTERRA only does it ever so often. They did it this time last year, and they're doing it again this year, and I don't expect it will be offered again until maybe next year. But if you enroll as a new member with doTERRA and you do at least 100 PV, which is the Family Physician Kit or higher, and you go ahead and you set up that Loyalty Rewards account so that your first order is at 100 PV in February, they will give you $100 in free oils. And if you decide to do the Home Essentials Kit, and you do it by the 15th, then you will actually get a free frankincense as well. So that's $170 in free product. And like I said, we do have some larger kits that will jumpstart that loyalty rewards program and get you some additional points even. So if you are interested in that, please don't hesitate to contact me. The other thing I was going to tell people about is I actually have purchased a ZytoCompass scanner. So if you are local to the Metro Atlanta area, I do live classes and one-on-one consultations. In addition to some hostess gifts and rewards, I also bring my ZytoCompass scanner, and that is a biocommunication device, and that will help you determine which oils and which products your body needs to help bring it into a more balanced state. So like I said, if you're interested, if you have questions, I am here to help. I have a website at www.healthloveandoils, or you can email me at healthloveandoils@gmail.com. Be sure to visit my Facebook page as well and watch that page. I post stuff every week. Not just about oils, but general health and healthy living in general. So definitely reach out to me if you have questions. I'm going to turn the recording off now and open up a Q&A session for all those who are on. Thank you again.